What's going on, guys? It is Soup. It is me, Marcus, as we get ready to predict night one and night two of WrestleMania. This will be a two-part episode. So, episode 23, the IWC, we're back, baby. Ryan and Justin, family matters, but they have the predictions in. Cheryl's not here. She's just getting home from, she's just on her way to get back from the track meet, so it's just me. When this goes out, though, it will be Thursday, and then night two will come out on Friday. So night two's prediction will be Friday. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's start with the opening match, which we have I Show Speed, Logan Paul, and Austin Theory versus Yeet, Yeet. Oh, I think I'm all Yeet. Fucking terrible. Fucking terrible, dude. Fucking get out of here with that garbage gimmick. The better Uso, Jimmy Uso, and LA Knight. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get into Justin. I already know their fucking predictions on this one. But predicting he is taking, yep, Usos and LA Knight. Yeah, because they got LA Knight's dick down their throats. Justin is taking LA Knight. What a shocker. So is Ryan, because, yeah, they love LA Knight. Yeah. Cheryl is taking the Vision, and I'm going to agree with her. I think the Vision needs the win here more than LA Knight, Jey Uso, and Jimmy Uso. So let's go ahead and give the Vision the win here. This way they can get the win, because I have a feeling Paul Heyman is going to have a very tough weekend for WrestleMania. Let's move into our next match here. We have Daddy Drew. Cat Daddy Drew. Shout out to him. He lost his cat. One of his, I think he has 3 cats. One of his 3 cats. Apparently, it's been dealing with liver cancer. So Drew knew he knew he was gonna pass. But shout out to him as a fellow cat dad. I feel him. He is in an unsanctioned match with Fatu Solo. I hate you. This is an unsanctioned match. I think this is a way to write off Drew. I also think this is a way to finally bring circle to who attacked Jacob Fatu. I think Jacob will win this match. Drew will go off to do his thing, to film his part of Highlander. And when Drew comes back, he has been teasing heavily, especially on the Chris Van Vliet show, that he is ready to come back as a big babyface and have a huge babyface run, which I do think could lead to him winning another championship, that it be a mid-card or the world title. I do think he deserves a world title run, a proper world title run, but not right now. I think the best option right now is Cody versus Randy, and we'll get into why. But I just, this build for Cody versus Randy has been terrible. Like this, I'm gonna be honest right now. I am not excited at all for WrestleMania. I'm like, this, like last year, I was a little bit excited because you had Cena, Cody, you had all these good matches, and you had Roman, Punk, Rollins is the main event. You had the triple threat of Rhea, Io, and Bianca. That was a hell of a match. But this year, there's something lacking. Like the 2 matches, there's only 2 matches. Like Randy and Cody was going to be the potential third, but like they completely botched that build. But the 2 that I feel like will carry WrestleMania this year are both on night 2, and we'll get into our predictions for that, and I'll talk about those matches on night 2. But right now, let's get into our predictions here. Justin is taking Drew, which is crazy. So I'm picking Jacob Fatu. Cheryl is picking Jacob Fatu. But Justin is picking Daddy Drew McIntyre. Daddy Drew. I don't know why Justin's taking Drew McIntyre, but you know what? God save the Queen. Forbid him. I know that's England, but I don't care. That's his choice. Ryan is taking Jacob Fatu, I think. Let me make sure that. I think he's picking. That's what I thought I saw. Yeah, he's taking Jacob Fatu right here. He's taking Jacob Fatu. And like I said, Cheryl is taking Fatu as well. I'm taking Fatu, so Justin's the only one taking Fatu. Ivan hasn't put his predictions in, so I am not predicting for him. So let's move into our next match of the night. We have the Women's World Championship. The Women's World Championship. Um, as we get into this, let's start off with Ryan's predictions. He has Liv his go-to gooner Liv Morgan winning the championship. Justin, I think, is taking Stephanie. Justin's taking. No, I think they're both taking Liv. No, he's taking Stephanie. He is taking Vakir. I don't know. Uh, this could be a tricky. This is a tricky prediction here. Cheryl is taking Stephanie Vakir. So let's get that out of the way. So Cheryl is taking Stephanie Vakir. Uh, I don't. This one's very tricky for me. I don't know. I mean, you could go in two directions here. You could go. I think Liv could easily win this match, but I also could see Raquel or Roxanne costing Liv, and they finally kick Liv out of the Judgment Day, because the Judgment Day is going to implode, and I think it'll go full circle night two when Finn beats Dom. So I but I'm gonna go with my gut here. I think Liv wins the championship, and they set up a title feud between her and Roxanne at SummerSlam. So I'm gonna go with Liv Morgan. I think Stephanie's also battling an injury, so I think Stephanie's gonna take some time off. She's done her build as the champion has been fucking terrible. Let's be honest. Triple H, that's one of many superstars that Triple H has really fucking botched this year. The other one being Drew McIntyre being one, freaking Ray Phoenix is the another one. So it's like I'm gonna go with my gut here, and I'm gonna take Liv in this match. So let's move on to our next match, which is the fourth match of the night. We have AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch. Uh, let's go ahead and start with Cheryl's predictions. Cheryl is taking AJ Lee. Didn't waste any time on that. She said, fuck Becky Lynch. So she wants AJ Lee. So Ryan is taking, I believe, AJ Lee as well. So they think AJ Lee is going to retain. I think he has both Lee and Punk retaining, I think. No, he has Roman Reigns. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. Or we'll talk about that for the next prediction for night two. So yeah, Ryan is taking AJ Lee is here. Justin is gonna take. I think Justin's taking. It's a clean sweep, right? He's taking AJ Lee. Yeah. I'm surprised they're not picking Becky. I just got this weird feeling Becky's going to win the title back. I'm gonna go with my gut. I'm gonna pick Becky. I think AJ Lee only wanted to hold the title for. I don't think it benefits the title with AJ Lee holding on to it. I think Becky will get the title back. Uh, this will be the end of their feud, and then Becky gets her win over AJ Lee, and then we finally we move towards AJ Lee fighting potentially Liv Morgan for the women's world championship at potentially Backlash or maybe even Clash in Italy. So I could definitely see in AJ Lee becoming an opponent for Liv Morgan down the road. So I'm gonna go with Becky Lynch regains her Intercontinental Championship. So let's move on to the fifth match here. We have the third. This is going to potentially be the third women's match in a row, I think, right? Yeah, because you got the third women's match in a row. You have this build. The build has been pretty good. The women's tag team division has looked the best it's been in a while. I just not excited because I don't give a shit about half these teams. But the build it's been okay. You have the tag team champions Nia Jax and Lash Legends. You have the Bella Twins. You have Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, and you have not Becky. You have Bailey and Lyra. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't think the Bellas are gonna win here. I don't think Charlotte Flair and Alexa win here. But let's go ahead and go into Cheryl's predictions. Cheryl is picking anybody but Nia. So she basically can get a point here. Anyone but Nyla or Nia. Ryan is going to go ahead and pick Bailey and Lyra, which I'm gonna be honest. When we get to my pick, you'll know why. Because I'm right now. I put it down to two. I put it down to either the champs retain or uh, Justin is also going Bailey and Lyra, and I feel like this is where it's heading. I think they've built Bailey and Lyra up so well to the point. I think Charlotte. This is where we see Charlotte and Alexa turn on each other, and they set into a feud going into the summer. The Bella Twins, I think, are there to take the pin. I do think the Bella Twins, but there's also talks that the Bella Twins might not even make it to WrestleMania. Though I think Bree's hurt. Brie or Nikki's hurt. You have Nia and Lash, I think, are there to be transitional champions. But I think Bailey and Lyra will get the win. Either they're going to pin Alexa from Charlotte costing her, or they're going to pin one of the Bella Twins. But in the end, I think Bailey and Lyra will be the new women's tag team champions, and this will lead to eventually them feuding with each other for the summer, which I think Lyra and Bailey will be a potential SummerSlam match. Uh, Maybe even beyond SummerSlam. So it's eventually going to lead. What I also think we're leading Charlotte and Alexa for SummerSlam as well. I'm surprised they didn't pull the trigger for WrestleMania. I really wish they would have done the triple threat with Jade, Charlotte, and Alexa, but they felt like Rhea was the better option. So yes, Bailey and Lyra, everyone, including Cheryl. So let's go on and move on. We're getting closer to the main event. We have Whoa! Seth Rollins, the Visionary, versus the Ring General Gunther. Uh, this is because they felt like in the rumors right now Braun Breaker is healthy. They felt like it just was too late to do a feud with them to build it up. I ultimately think what's going to happen here. Cheryl thinks Seth's winning, which is beyond crazy. Beyond crazy. Cheryl's crazy to think Seth's gonna win this match. Let's see what Ryan's predicting. Ryan is taking Gunther, which I do think ultimately will be that it has to be Gunther. It makes more sense for Gunther. Gunther can fucking Justin's taking Seth Rollins. I don't know why. This has to be Gunther. It has to be Gunther because they're setting up Gunther versus Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. Gunther should not be losing, especially which when we get into night two, I'm gonna tell you why. Which I ultimately I don't see Oba losing. I don't see Oba losing. I think this is going to be a perfect way to set up Brock Lesnar to get retired. He loses to Oba. He just spirals, and Gunther finishes him off. A weakened Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, and he retires him off to the distance. But right here, I gotta go Gunther. I think Gunther beats Seth. They have a little exchange on Monday night, which leads to Braun Breaker showing up and spearing Seth Rollins, returning, big pop, and then Gunther reveals, because Brock Lesnar is advertised to be there, he attacks Brock Lesnar and reveals to Paul Heyman that this is the favor. I want Brock at SummerSlam, and he'll get him at SummerSlam. So I think that ultimately, I do think Gunther will be the victor here. Sorry, Justin. Sorry, Cheryl. I think Gunther is the right choice. Gunther should win. Seth Rollins was never going to win at WrestleMania anyways. Even with Braun Breaker, he was always going to put over the wrestler. Now he's going to put over Gunther. So let's get into the final match of night one. Had potential to be a very good build. They, like WWE did, as I predicted, they fucking shit the bed. I would have much preferred the Fatal 4-Way at this point because it would have been much better build. This, I don't know what the fuck this is. The Pat McAfee shit just makes it even worse. It started off great with the heel turn from Randy Orton, but then it just got ridiculous with the brawl. The brawl was so terrible. Like Randy Orton with Matt Cardona was awesome as well, but then you got Pat McAfee showing up, and it makes things even fucking worse. I'm sorry, but I'm not even good. I'm glad I'm gonna be at the Nats game for this fucking the night one because this is gonna be it's gonna be a clusterfuck, and it's not gonna be like WrestleMania 40 where it was a good clusterfuck. This is gonna be a terrible clusterfuck, and there's talks that The Rock might legit show up in this match, and if he does, and we get a heel Cody, then maybe it's saved. But here From what it just it shows, I think Randy is going to win the title here. I'm going with Randy. I just don't see Cody retaining the championship here. This is setting up for Randy to win his 15th world championship. Cody will then again chase, probably win the title back at SummerSlam. Kill me now. And I I have to, that's all I gotta say to this fucking clusterfuck of a main event. I still think the Fatal 4-Way at this point would have been the better option than this fucking whatever the fuck this is. Justin is taking he is taking Randy Orton as well. I think Cheryl's taking Randy Orton and Ryan is rounding it out with a clean sweep. He is taking no, he's taking Cody. He's taking Cody. Wow. Okay, Ryan is taking Cody. So Ryan gets Cody. I'm getting Randy. Justin's getting Randy, and Cheryl's getting Randy. So those are our predictions for night one. Thank you guys. Let's see if they go out to tuition. I've been on a hot streak lately with these predictions. It's probably because they're so fucking predictable. I will see you guys for night two. See you guys later. Peace. You built a monster.